What is going on, everybody? It is your boy Sensei Cam, bringing y'all a undefeated GT Goku deck profile that I took to my store championship this past Saturday. Funny story, I was on my way there, driving, having a good little time, chatting with boy Blitzcrank, and then halfway there I realized I don't have my cards, none of them. Got the whole bag upstairs in my room. I said, you gotta be kidding me, dog. So now I'm panicking, just like, dang, I can't turn back around, I'm gonna be late, I'm gonna miss it, yada, yada, yada. And I think my boy Pac-Man gonna be there. He got 1,000 decks on him. I call him, I be like, hey man, what you playing? He told me he was playing yada, 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 yada. I said, oh, bet, so you're not playing GT Goku? He said, nah, you got the cards for it? He said, yeah. I said, can you build it for me? He said, I got you. I said, I love you, Pac-Man. So my boy built the deck for me. I gave him the little list I needed, and he had that thing rolling. It worked out, as you can see. I won, got my invite to good old Nashy Nows, and hopefully I can go crazy over there. Without any further hesitation, let's get straight into it. I started this thing off with, if you know what the deck does, you swing, place a card under your unison, draw 2. Has to be a red sand. Obviously, and your awakening conditions are, if you have 7 markers on your unison, you go down to 6, draw 2. Or if you have 4 less life, just draw 2 and you flip over. On the backside, you swing, draw a card, activate main once per turn. You can play your unison from the drop rate if you don't have one in play. And Spirit Boost 10 once per turn. If you have 5 or more energy, you can play 1 red Son Goku GT card with an energy cost of 8 from your hand, and it gets 5k power for the turn. That activate main is pretty clutch in the long mid game, you know what I'm saying? But without further ado, let's get straight to the deck. Pow! Whole difference in status. Probably the best negate for this deck because your unison is gonna have 1,000 markers, pretty much. And the counter attack reads Spirit Boost X. If your leader card is mono red, choose one of your opponent's cards and it gets minus 5k power for the turn. Then, if you remove a marker from one of your red unison cards using this skill, choose one of your opponent's cards and it gets minus 5k power for the turn for each marker you remove using this skill. So, you remove 10 markers, neg 50k. Really 55 because the initial neg, and it's free, so pretty bomb negate, ain't even, better, alright? Sexy, right? I love it. I love it. I love it. Next negate, we run 2 violent rays because the floodgate you need to stop 20k power or more bodies swinging at you. It's just clutch. Like, if you're not tapped out because your opponent hit you with a floodgate, there you go. You got your little defense for a second. So your opponent don't clap your cheeks. Next, we run 2 spaceship unisons because when you place your leader down, your unison's in play already from the get-go, and the second one is backup because you never know, you could brick somehow and your opponent just swings away at your unison or they warp it. You got to back up. You don't want to get caught with no unison, your pants down, your opponent clapping your cheeks. You don't want that. So you got to run 2, in my personal opinion. We'll keep one there for now. And then we get to the start of your turn 1 plays. We run 4 Son Goku Avengers Advent. Looks at top 5, get you a sand 4 or less, or your red unison card. Activate main, slide them on the unison, add a marker. Great card for the deck. Don't know much more to say about that. Then we run 4 Intensifying Power Trunks. In my original list, I only ran 2. But in the miscommunication between me and Pac-Man, he thought I ran 4. It wasn't a big deal, and it actually helped a lot during this tournament because I was just swinging crit all day at my opponent, and it was just hurting souls, honestly. The only person that didn't want to take a crit hit was the man Pac-Man himself, who I saw in the finals. He said, nah, bump that. Just combo straight out. and I almost brought it back on me. It was a real close game because he's a real great player. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. The guy, he kind of better than me. I ain't gonna lie to you. But guess what? The Chunin beat the Jonin, so it don't even matter. This car is great. I might consider running a three of these. We'll test it out because there could be some consistency issues with running 4, but it ain't too bad. You can still slide under your unison, draw a card, or with your leader, draw 2. It don't matter. Like it still fits the deck. But we're gonna test it out some more. Next, we run 2 testing oppositions because it's free when you're at 5 or less life, and it gives you a Cyberman token that's a blocker. So stops 2 attacks. Y'all should know that by now. But for the new players, I put y'all on game. It's a great negate. Go ahead and buy your copies. Next, we run 4 of the Krillin Dearest Friend Super Combo. If y'all ain't seen that top 16 deck profile and get soft on this unison, super combo, I'm here to show y'all now. So all the folks that's late to the party, here you go. The saucy super combo for this deck. If your leader card is red and you have a red unison card in play, you draw a card when this card is used in the combo. So it's automatically 10K. You draw with this guy bad boy in play. Saucy, right? Just straight saucy. It's always live. It's great for putting crit pressure on your opponent. You swing, take a life, 15K crit, make it 25. Excellent pressure for the deck. I love it. Next card we got 4 Pan Soaring Through Space. One of the best cards in the deck. She is a 2-cost 5K blocker. Activate main, limit 1, spirit boost 1. If your opponent has 2 or more energy, play this card from under your unison. Pretty nice. She's a free blocker. Can you be mad at it? No. Her other great effect, limit 1. If your leader card is a red Son Goku GT card, play up to 1 Son Goku GT card and up to 1 Trunks GT card, both red and with 15K power or less from under the spaceship in your unison area. So a lot of these cards in this deck have limit 1 to activate. So let's say you tap 1, limit 1, play somebody, and you only have copies of that card under your unison. Well, no worries, you can tap 2 a Pan, play them from under your unison, and kind of get around it. It's like a little loophole. Or you can play your Intensifying Power Trunks, which you can't play from under unison, but you can using this skill. So it's makes Pan pretty clutch. One of the MVPs of the deck. She also procs some other effects, which we'll get into later, but one of them is Bunny Girl. When one of your red Earthling cards other than a Bulma is removed from the battle area by an opponent's skill, you may play this card from your hand. So let's say they remove Pan or Trunks, which have Earthling / Sand in their tag. You proc Bunny Girl, and when Bunny Girl is played, you play with the 1 red Earthling battle card, or Earthling only battle card with 4K power or less. So you could play your super combo or your counterplays, which is Yamcha. No surprise there. And she's also a blocker, so get rid of my blocker, I play a blocker and a super combo. It's up to you. Next we run 3 of the Son Goku Battle on M2. He's a 15K critical that replaces himself when played from under unison, and also gives your unison a marker. But you can only do it if you have 2 or more energy. So turn 2, you're playing him, and you're swinging crit. It's honestly one of your best turn 2 plays. Don't you just love critical guys? I do. This is my original list. As I told y'all, it was a miscommunication error between me and Pac-Man, so I played 2 Intensifying Power Trunks and placed that card, but only reason I like this card is he does the same effect as the GT Goku in replacing itself and giving your unison a marker, but he's a 15K body, And in a clutch situation, he can be a blocker to proc Bunny Girl if they want to remove him. So some shenanigans. But then I run him at the tournament. All I ran was crit, and more crit. So yeah, it was kind of fun, kind of degenerate too. Next, our other Earthling to play off a Bunny Girl or just the mainly counterplay, Yamcha, because you're gonna have 2 markers off rip. Your opponent isn't playing a card by skill turn 1 for the most part, and turn 2 if they do, got his bad boy in hand, pow! Merciless Barrage. Good. Not much to say about that. Pardon me, I just ate, it's late, and I'm ready for bed. Next, we get that boy Super Saiyan 3, one-hit wonder. When your opponent's battle card power is decreased, if this card isn't in play in your battle area, you may play this card from your hand. So basically, if you get hit with my boy Yamcha, I'm playing him. Or if I neg you any other way, or you neg yourself some type of way, I'm playing him if I got him in hand. He's a 1-of, but he's clutch. Easy pressure. Our next counter play is the boy Vegeta Resolve Renew. If the battle card being played has 15k power or less, it is placed in the drop area instead. And if you have 3 or more energy, reduce this card in your hand by 2. Oh, well, deck your hand by 2, but you're only playing it from your hand. Because you want to counterplay your opponent's floodgates, obviously. And most of them fall under 15k power or less. So that's pretty great. Our next one, KP the New Ruler. If you have 3 more markers in unison, you're playing for free. Swing 20k double because he gains 5k if your leader is red. And they can't activate blocker in response to his attack, so pretty cool if your opponent uses a token negate. But at 2 life, you play him, swing, don't pan. Next, the spicy 1-of. You always gotta run a Champa. When you combo with this card, 10k double strike. Pretty darn good. Not to mention, if you swing with crit, double strike crit, which I did a couple times during the tournament, pretty clutch. Next, for the boys, Super Saiyan Goku soaring through space. I call this man Pushing P Goku because he's always pushing P. Why is he pushing P? When you play him, he negs one of your opponent's battle cards, 20k power for the turn. Then when you swing with him, you choose 1 sand card, or is it red sand? Nah, just choose 1 sand card from your hand or drop area and place it under your unison. So typically, if your opponent's clearing your board and you got some of your boys in the drop area, I'll swing with him, grab him from drop area, put him under unison, and I can play him again. Like they was never gone. That's why I call this boy Pushing P, because he's always pushing the P. That sounded kind of weird out of context. Don't take it out of context, please. Please, I have a wife and kid. Next, Super Saiyan Trunks soaring through space. This is one of the greatest cards to play against the yellow Trunks deck because they're barrier blocker boy Trunks. That's why there's a card of rest mode. When you first play one, you can tap one, play him, and now they can't do it. Like, they choose him, but they can't because he has barrier, and now their effects out the way. You can just tap one, play other bodies. Not to mention, when he's played, he next a card 10k power for the turn. So like, your opponent plays some type of blocker, typically he's gonna get rid of him, because not many blockers are above 10k. There are some, but not many. Watch it be like 15 other blockers that's above 15, and I lied. Next, the spicy one of Surprise Attack Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Unique and critical. He's a great card. When this deck came out, I was like, ooh, this card's gonna be, it's time for this card to shine. I've been waiting to use this card. And then I saw the top 16 deck profile. I was like, oh, my spice. Everybody knows about the spice. which they probably already did, but I would like to think nobody knew about it before I did. But whatever. If your opponent has 2 or more energy when you remove a marker from one of your red unisons using a Spirit Boost skill, you may play this card from your hand. So 15k crit pressure, you got Chomp in hand, double strike, super combo, make it real nasty, you feel me? Just being real disrespectful. Our next spicy little card, well, I ain't gonna show you the overrealm just yet. I'm gonna show you to the regular stuff. The boss card for the deck. He is a deflect, 30k body, energy cost of 8. If your opponent has 4 or more energy, play this card from under your unison. Pretty spicy. Not to mention, if you got 5 or more energy, you can Spirit Boost 10 off your leader and play him for free. Give him 5k for the turn. Make him a 35k body. Oh, that's not enough pressure for you yet. Activate main, Spirit Boost 3, choose all your opponent's battle cards, and they get minus 30k power for the turn, and this card gains triple attack. So now you got a big body, you wipe their board for the most part, doesn't ignore barrier, but it still gets rid of the most cards, and now you have triple attack. So you can swing, or just tap 3, Spirit Boost, clear board, and activate main, limit 1. Choose one of your red unison cards with 10k power or more, and place this card under it from your hand or battle area. So like, and add a marker to the chosen card. So turn 1, I can put it under from hand, add a marker, get the chain going, or I could just clear board, place them under, keep them nice and safe. Also a great game ender if your opponent's at 1 life. Or they at 2, you got a Chomp in hand, pop them boys. And next, the overrealm of choice. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, man on the mission. I know what you're thinking. Why not food? Why not mirror? Why not this? Why not that? This deck you tap out a lot, obviously, and I want to tap energy for my other battle cards, putting pressure on you, yada yada yada. And then, if I want to put some more pressure on you, man on the mission, double strike crit. Not really a game ender. I typically use them for like mid game where you're like at 5, 6 life. It depends on the deck, honestly. Like I want to do it before you can use your super combos and before you awaken, but if not, one of the two. It's just great pressure. Who doesn't love double strike here, right? We know the super players do. Get it? If you get the reference, you're great. And the STR choice, Pan Top Patrol Maiden, because like I said, I like to tap out a lot. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And I want free stuff. So if your opponent if there are 4 or more battle cards between the 2 areas, she's free. And I guess if you don't know about the card, I'll read the permanent, so it makes more sense. For each battle card in play, reduce the energy cost of this card in your hand by 2. So if I got 2 battle cards, you got 2 battle cards, you got 3, I got 1, yada yada, she's reduced. So honestly, between one of us, we're gonna have a field somewhere, somehow. Free negate. If you have 3 or more energy, play this card. Your opponent can't attack the battle cards for the turn. And you can't activate counterattack skill on copies of this card for the game, which don't matter because you're just doing it once as your saving grace, and then you're trying to clap on the next turn. Activate main, remove this card from the game, choose up one of your opponent's battle cards and gain control of it. Pretty snasty. But yeah, man, I love this deck. It's pretty fun. I'm glad I got my invite to the big boy event. Hopefully I can find something nice to play and do well there. We won't know till we get there, honestly. And hey, thank you for watching the video. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to go down in the description below. Check out the boy Pac-Man. Check out our gaming channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below to see, like, let us know what y'all want to see. Y'all Y'all want to see more gameplay? Y'all want to see more deck profiles? Y'all want to see our opinion on some things? Like, what do y'all want to see? What do the people want? Because honestly, we're just here to entertain. You feel me? Broke boys being broke, doing what we like, showing off fancy sleeves, and just, you know, here to have a good time. We want y'all to enjoy yourselves as well. But that's gonna be it. We're gonna call it a night. And like we always say, stay broke.